What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another video, and today we're at the East Michigan Car Meets down at Belle, and as you guys can tell, there is a ton of cars down here so far. But if you're already watching, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, because we're trying to upload a video at least 2 or 3 every week. But let's go through some of the cars real quick, and I'll be right back with you. All right, first guys, we got this Calvo Viper right here. Now, I was just talking about one of these the other day with one of my friends, and it's a twin turbo Viper, probably pushing some ridiculous amount of horsepower, probably somewhere near the 1800s to 2000 mark, which is absolutely ridiculous. But this green looks absolutely great. I mean, even the body kit on this car looks absolutely amazing, and this is definitely wider than the original car, and these wheels go absolutely crazy. Now I know it rained earlier, so that's why you can see some water in the wheels, if you can see that. But this car is absolutely amazing, and I love the color on this car right here. And then right next to the Viper, we have a Vet that kind of looks exactly like mine, but they have one of the fast intakes. Now, I don't know which throttle body that is that's on there, but I'm looking to get one of the same exact ones. Now this one has some crazy white wheels on it, and I just know these things are a pain in the ass to freaking clean, because my rims are a pain in the ass to clean. They're chrome. I can only imagine doing white wheels. And then we have a couple of GTRs right over here, some R35s, and man, I think the R35s look so freaking amazing. We also have some bikes right here, a Hayabusa, I believe, and then a Aprilia racing bike. There's this gargantuan truck that's just freaking huge right here with the Cummins in it. And we got this all black FD RX-7 right here. Now, if I had a little bit of money, I would also want to buy one of these cars right here, because they look absolutely sick. There's actually a kit for the C5 Corvette that can kind of make it look like an RX-7. This is one thing I always love about the Vipers, that the engine bay is so beautiful. I mean, this red valve covers and the intake runners, they are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely sick BMW M5, and it's a beautiful blue with these crazy wheels on it. I mean, look at these, man. These things look absolutely sick. And this thing is tastefully modified, I would say, because you come to the front of the car, you can see the air intakes in the freaking grill. I don't know if you guys can really see those. So then we have a Benz right here. I don't know what Benz this is, but these wheels are absolutely sick, bro. Look at those. Or is this a freaking Maybach? I thought this was a Maybach. And we have this super nice orange GT500 on the big old B-locks in the back. The SY50, I think, is one of the best looking Mustangs you could possibly buy, in my opinion, especially the GT500. This thing looks absolutely crazy. We have one of the most beautiful cars of all time, the Acura NSX. Now this thing looks absolutely stunning in this red, especially with the work wheels on it. We got the hardest RS6 in the freaking nation, in my opinion. This thing goes absolutely crazy, especially with the Boston wheels on it and the stance on it. I mean, look at the stance, bro. The fitment is freaking mint, bro. And then we have over here is a dyno. You can get your car dynoed on the mobile, and they're always at most of every single meet. You really just pull up on the back right there, pull your car up there, and you can dyno. And then right here we have a R33 GTR. I think it's an R33 because of the taillights right here and how they look. I believe this is a 33, maybe a V-spec. And this thing is in the midnight purple, the color that everybody wants to get. And it has an RB26 in it, so I think this is the official GTR and not just a GT ST. But this thing is absolutely clean, especially the interior. These things are absolutely fantastic. Hopefully one day I can buy one of these, because I'm not going to lie to you, this is one of my dream cars. Maybe the 34, the 33, or the 32. And you guys know I miss my Subaru. And here goes a Blob Eye, I believe. Yes, it's a Blob Eye Subaru STI. And these gold wheels go absolutely crazy. I mean, just look at these. Now, one thing I like about the STI over the WRX is the interior. The interior is absolutely amazing compared to the WRX interior. I mean, yes, they share a lot of the parts, but that interior looks 10 times better than what the WRX one does. But we have a true JDM legend, 2 of them, right in front of me. with this Supra, and this Supra is beautiful. We have this absolutely crazy GTR right here. Now this is a Panda body kit, and this body kit probably costs somewhere north of $30,000 to $40,000. And this thing on this GTR makes it look absolutely crazy. I mean, bro, just look at the diffuser in the back to the freaking gap on the side. This thing looks absolutely sick, guys. And I mean, holy moly. Even the spoiler. This has got to be one of the guys that's in the car meet, in the East Michigan car meets, and this thing is slammed to the ground. Keep the fitment on this. I mean, holy moly. And then the Can-Am. Now, you know, I wanted one of these when I was a little kid. And guys, that was pretty much the VIP parking lot. I mean, I may have missed a few cars. We may go back over there in a second, but now it's time to check out like the main parking spot where everybody parks at, because there is a ton of cars over here right now. I mean, if you just look. We're starting with this crazy 350Z. Now, I see this car a lot at every show, but every time that I see it, it looks better and better. And one thing I did not know that it had was an iPad for a radio in the interior. This thing looks absolutely sick, guys. This a beautiful Camaro right here that is Pro Charged. Now, this block looks extra simple to work on. Unlike modern day engines, I believe cars back in the day were pretty easy to work on and pretty easy to modify, but there wasn't a bunch of wires and computers in your way. But you know, as of today, their computers are in freaking everything, because right now a lot of the dealerships have like a chip problem, so they can't get a lot of cars right now. And then we have this sick, I don't know if it's an M3 or a 335i, but this thing is freaking crazy. With the shitbox sticker on the back, 9 times out of 10, it's a 335. Is this a freaking R34 right here? I believe so. This thing looks absolutely sick.
A lot of stuff was taken out when I got it.
I've never been in an old Skyline interior before. This thing is absolutely futuristic for its time. I mean, holy moly. Crazy Stingray right here with the 4Gs on it. This thing looks absolutely amazing, especially the little livery that he has on it. And then, is this an Exorcist right here? I believe this is an Exorcist. If I'm not wrong, it has a stripe down the side like the Exorcist, but I don't really know if it is one. Well, now I have no clue what this is. Maybe a Cadillac, but man, cars back in the day used to be huge. This is long. Imagine trying to get this into like a parking spot right now. This thing has to be a pain in the ass to try to get in a parking spot. V8, I believe it's a V8, supercharged BMW. This thing looks absolutely sick. Now, I think I got it right. This is the E46, and look at that angle on this freaking car. This thing looks absolutely crazy, even down to the interior. One day, guys, we're gonna build a drift car, something similar to this right here. And you can tell that he abuses this thing, because look at the sides with the zip ties holding everything on. You know, I used to tell people all the time that professional people use zip ties on cars. Another car, this thing is absolutely sick. One of my favorite things about the car is this real crazy tint that he has on it, which is kind of like the Mercedes-Benz tint where you can't see it, it's reflective. It makes the car look absolutely great. And another thing that I like is the stance on this car. The stance on this car is absolutely sick, especially this wing on the back. It just completes the whole entire thing. Now, one day I do want to own a 240, something similar to this, but this is a really nice example of a freaking 240, guys. And then, guys, right here we have a boosted Civic. Now, if I ever bought a Civic, it would probably be this one right here, because everybody always loves the hatchback. But look at how much motor work this guy has done. I mean, holy moly. I know this car is probably a freaking rocket ship, for sure. And this thing, and it's even got nitrous in the back. Either nitrous or it's running on airbags, I don't really know. But man, this thing is crazy. and I know it's a freaking rocket ship because I raced another Civic that was turbo, but I know this turbo's not like that turbo. And then there's this very interesting looking Acura. Now this was at Emmeet. I probably did somewhere near a year ago. I probably posted a little clip in the video. This stance on this car is absolutely crazy. I love the wrap on it, and this wrap has been on the car for at least 2 to 3 years now, and it's holding up really good. And this trunk is one of the favorite things I have about this car, because look at all this. I know this probably cost a lot of money to do something like this, but man, does it look great. And then we have another Subaru with the wide body on it, and it's a Hawkeye. Now this is one of my favorite Subarus. When I first started looking at buying one, I wanted to get a Hawkeye because I just loved how the front fascia of the car looked compared to the bug eye, the blob eye. But this one freaking has a carbon fiber hood with the wide body and the freaking white wheels. This thing is freaking beautiful, man. Then guys, we got the brand new F-150 Lightning. Now one thing I love about the brand new F-150 Lightning is that you have a front and you can pretty much fit anything in here. Plus there's a drain below it. As you can see, it's draining right there. But I think this is one of the best electric pickups that you could possibly buy right here. And what would you know? It wouldn't be Detroit if you didn't see a concept car or a pre-production car. Right now, this is the S650 Mustang, and this thing looks absolutely crazy. No, you're all right. I love the new rear end on the S650. This thing is crazy, especially in this yellow. Now, I don't know if this is Dark Horse or not, because the Dark Horse only comes in certain colors. But I need to get to see these twin intakes up here. Now, I know that this is one of the changes in the new S650 is these dual intakes, which look absolutely sick, but besides that, I don't think much changed in the freaking car besides that. But I really like the body style. Now, if you ask me, like the rear quarter of the car looks exactly like a freaking Camaro, but this thing looks absolutely amazing, even down to the new headlights. The new headlights look freaking crazy. I mean, just look at these. This is what I'm talking about right here. Like the rear quarter panel of the car looks exactly just like a Camaro. And I mean, that's not a big problem because, I mean, the Camaro is one of the biggest Mustang competitors, but they do not make the Camaro anymore. But I think the S650 might be the last gas-powered Mustang. And as we talk about the last gas-powered Mustang, we have a Mach-E right here. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this car, but I mean, it's all right. I wish they would have called it something else, maybe like the, I don't know, the Focus or the Edge or any other name, because it really doesn't give that Mustang feel, especially since it's four-door. Now, I hope when GM comes out with the freaking electric Camaro that they don't ruin it like Ford kind of ruined the Mustang with the freaking 4 doors. Like, if they made a Mustang electric car, I think it should have been 2 doors. And then, guys, we have another R33 right here. Now, this one is a GTS, I believe, but still, I mean, these cars look absolutely sick. And one day, I believe, if I could afford one, I'm definitely going to buy one. But they are a little pricey right now. But I can tell it's R33. You get to the back because it kind of looks like the Chevy Impala with the taillights. That's the only thing I do not like about the R33. And we got a Hellcat right here. It wouldn't be Detroit if you didn't have a Hellcat around. Is this a Hellcat? Or is this a Scat that's supercharged or pro-charged? This is probably... I have absolutely no clue, but this freaking Pro Charger looks absolutely crazy. I'm telling you guys, I need to get one for the vet. And I know this thing's a freaking rocket ship. Might be a big boat, but I know it's fast. This interior is insane. Look at all this red. I mean, and it's a stick shift. You really, oh, this is definitely a Hellcat because it came in a stick. You really don't see many manual Hellcats around. But I wonder how much power it's making over the stock supercharger compared to a Pro Charger. That would be a very interesting question because you really don't see many people pull the blower off the freaking Hellcat. And then, guys, here we go again with the Clown Shoe M. Now, I freaking love the color of this car. I just wish the back didn't look like a freaking clown shoe. But when I'm telling you, when I was a little kid, I really wanted to buy one of these, but you don't see many of them for sale, and you don't see many of them on the road. And this color is absolutely immaculate. Now, I don't know what this freaking cage is in the back. I don't know if this is, oh, just like a little mesh. I thought it was like a freaking dog cage, but these things look absolutely amazing, especially this one on these crazy wheels. Them wheels look absolutely sick. And then we got this baby blue BMW hatchback right here. Holy shit, this car looks freaking amazing, guys. With the carbon fiber mirror caps and the carbon fiber diffuser, this thing looks absolutely sick. And you know it's gotta be on air, because look at this freaking fitment. And we got the freaking Mustang. Now, you know, at the M1 Concourse, this guy was there, and you know he swings this thing, because look at the freaking interior. Look at that freaking handbrake, and the shifter is crazy. And you know you got a roll cage, but this thing is sick. And I would love to see this man go on a track and drift, because I have never really been to a drift event. I want to go to Grid Life. I'll probably go like next year, but I couldn't make it this year. I don't know why, because I was doing something. But this thing looks absolutely sick. And you can tell he puts it up against the wall, because look at this fender right here. That boy be wall riding with this car. Now, guys, this is something that's very neat. You can see he's using his old exhaust for his hood prop, and that is pretty cool. Even though, I mean, it's just a Civic, but that, I had to point out, this thing is ultra cool. You can tell this is his old exhaust because he cut it. Because it's probably straight pipe, sounds like a fart can, but hey, that's what Honda sound like until you boost them, then they sound something crazy. Now, here goes a Slingshot. Now, one of my friends brought a Slingshot to my house pretty recently. He was renting it and he didn't know how to drive stick. So when he pulled up, he tried to ask me if I could teach him how to drive stick, and I was wondering how the hell he even got the car to my house, because he didn't know how to drive stick, but somehow he just put it in second or third gear and just rode it and burnt the clutch, really. So sorry to the renter if you got that car back. But he brought one of those to my house, and when I tell you, I would never drive one ever again, because they're not the most safest car in the world. I mean, you're like freaking 2 inches from the ground, bro. Like, you can stick your hand out while you're driving 60 miles an hour and take your hand off on the road. But we got another brand new Subaru right here in red. Now, I'm telling you, the only thing I really don't like about the new Subarus is this little cladding that goes all the way around. But when people like get it paint matched to the car, it looks pretty good. We got somebody with some big money. Somebody is towing in a freaking Ghost with an Escalade. Now, you know, that's probably, that whole setup right there, probably like a $500,000 setup with the Escalade, the trailer, and the Rolls Royce. That looks absolutely ridiculous, and I gotta go over there and get a little clip of that real quick.
Grab your phone out and grab that little car doing 3-wheel motion. I'm just saying.
Pulling up with a Rolls Royce on 4 in the back. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, here goes one of the cars that brought me to your For You page on TikTok. This car used to be blue a very long time ago, but this is probably the sickest wide body Hellcat that's out there. I mean, I really don't know any other Hellcat that's on gold wheels like this. This thing is absolutely crazy with a body kit like this. Now, every time I see this car, I have to stop, and you know I gotta get some B-roll of this car just to go on TikTok real quick. And right here, we got another freaking really clean Supra with these crazy blue Escalades. Now, this thing looks absolutely sick, and it has a carbon fiber, like, main deck board, I guess what you call it, and then it has a carbon fiber freaking duckbill. These cars look absolutely sick. Now, I know on TikTok, these cars are overhyped, but they deserve the hype that they get, and because they're just really, like, timeless type of car. Because, I mean, bro, just look at this. This car was way ahead of its time when it first came out. These things look absolutely crazy in the 90s, and they still look crazy today. Now, the only thing I wish about the Mark V Supra is that they kind of made it look like this Supra, but they didn't do that at all. Sorry if those clips were a little washed out. I had to turn my freaking aperture down. It was a little too high. I'm trying to get out of the mode of like shooting an auto, but we have 2 sick McLarens over here that, you know, I gotta go over and see, because I love freaking McLarens, guys. Yes, I know that they get a rep that they're unreliable and yada yada yada, but they are freaking great cars. And look at this freaking R33 that's pulling out of here right now. And what would you know, it's the same 720S I was at the Cassie's meet Casey's. I don't know how you say the restaurant's name. I'm always fucking it up. And this is the same 720 that was there. And as you guys know, I freaking love the 720, and I believe that it is one of the best bargains for a supercar. And this one has a titanium freaking exhaust on the back, because look at this thing right here. It is super clean. Then we got the 570 over here with all this forged carbon and the wrap on it. This thing looks absolutely sick, and they're getting detailed right now, which probably a really smart idea to have a detailing business at a meet, because when you get to a meet, usually your car is not super clean. So you get it detailed at the meet, and it looks amazing. And then we have this S5 right here, looking really good, and it was still people pulling in. The super sick GT350 right here, which is freaking really clean in the white. I'm really liking this. The super sick looking, I don't know what this is. I have absolutely no clue what this is. Probably a Jeep, but this thing looks absolutely sick on a 35. We got this brand new Stingray, and I think the Stingrays look absolutely great. But the only thing I don't like about them is the price. They are a little pricey if you can't get them from MSRP, but this white looks absolutely crazy, especially with these black, like glossy stripes and all the glossy black accents. This thing looks freaking crazy. And then we got this super sick classic pulling in right now. That thing is clean. Oh, and then we got a Urus. Is that a Performante Urus or just a regular Urus? I have no clue. Right here, I'm back in the VIP lot. See everything I missed, and I think I walked right past this freaking 240 right here. Now this thing looks like it's to be supercharged, which is absolutely crazy. Probably a LS in it. The thing probably sounds mean as all hell. But another thing I also miss is this freaking VR4. The 3000 GT. Now this thing is clean, probably the cleanest 3000 in the freaking state of Michigan, and this thing has a lot done to it. And it looks absolutely crazy. I'm really liking the rays on it. These rays look absolutely sick. Crazy. All white CT4V. Now the V's are really starting to grow on me, and these cars look absolutely amazing, just the way they are straight out the factory. Then we got the C63 right here that sounds absolutely vicious. I know you guys just heard it start up. You're freaking to hear the music's probably a little loud, but we have these absolutely sick, or like, I don't know what you call these bills, with a ton of speakers. Take a look at this, guys. GLE right here. Now these things are absolutely sick. I don't know if this is the one that kind of bounces up and down if you put it in a certain mode, but this thing looks absolutely crazy, especially in this matte black wrap. This thing looks really good. This is probably one of my favorite SUVs, probably the GLE or the X6. I mean, I prefer the GLE over anything because it looks absolutely crazy. And we got a Graham Rebel right here with the line bed in yellow. You know I love my yellow cars, so every time I see a yellow one, I gotta go look at it. That little thing. Zoom in. Super sick i8. Now I'm not a huge fan of the i8, but they still look absolutely crazy. They may not be the fastest thing, but they are one of the best looking hybrid cars that you could possibly buy. And plus the doors go up. But guys, if you made it to this point, if you're still watching, hey, make sure you drop a like on the video, because it helps your boy get into the algorithm, and the more likes that I have on the video, the more people are going to see it. So if you can, you know, just go right down there and hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed. We are on the way to 300 subscribers. Now I know that isn't a lot, but we're gonna set a new goal by the hundreds until we get to 1,000 subscribers, and we can go monetized on YouTube. We have to pull the steering wheel out. No, that thing looks absolutely sick. Then we got another 370 right here. And we got a 5.0 in the back. This red and white combo goes absolutely crazy. Then we got a 5th gen ZL1 right here. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I prefer the 5th gen over the 6th gen Camaro. I don't know why. Maybe because it's just a little more boxy than the 6th gen Camaro. The 6th gen Camaro to me is a little too roundish, but the 5th gen just looks like a pure Camaro, and I really love the 5th gen. And the 6th gen kind of went over too many remodels of the face. I think that's another reason I prefer the 5th gen over the 6th gen. Then we got 2 Corvettes chilling over here, a C5 and a C6. Just regular Corvettes, but still, these are super clean. Then we got everybody's favorite, the S2000. And here goes a 6th gen Camaro right here. Now, I prefer this face over the face that they had. I don't know what the certain years are, but they had a certain face on the Camaro, and I just really didn't like it at all. Now here we go right here. This is a 69 Camaro, I believe, with this huge Magnuson blower on it. I mean, look at that thing. Now you want to talk about my favorite Camaro of all time? It's probably this body style right here with these big old bead locks on the back, bro. Look at these things. And you know it gets down because you can see all the tire on the back of the car. Then we got this crazy looking GT500 right here with this snake wrap on it. Even with the snake textures, this thing looks absolutely sick. Then we got the C6 Z06 that I saw at the video 2 videos ago at the freaking at Cassie's of Wall Lake. This thing looks absolutely sick. Now he has the same problem that I have. When you drive anywhere, you get these little bug splatters all over the front. And it's a pain in the ass to try to clean them off everywhere you go. And then we have this, I don't know if this is the Scat Pack swapped one or the Hellcat swapped one, because there are many Hellcat swap. I'll probably say there's like 3 of them in Michigan that are Hellcat swap, but I believe this one is the Scat swap one. It might be a Hellcat, I don't know, because it does have the wheels, but I don't know if this is a Hellcat swap 300 because you don't see many of them. There's about 3 or 4 of them that ride around together, and I see them everywhere. Durango right here, and I think this is one of 2 of them at the meet. Now this is the narrow body, the other one had the wide body on it, but this freaking wrap on this car, if it's a paint job or a wrap, I can't really tell, but this thing looks absolutely, oh, it's a wrap, but this thing looks absolutely crazy. And I love what he did with his taillights when he was driving. You can see that vinyl in the taillights right there. It's crazy wrapped purple 350Z that looks absolutely amazing. This is a nice color choice with the white wheels. White wheels, again, I know these are a pain in the ass to clean. But this thing right here, man, this thing goes hard. Even the interior. This that old 90s couch interior type beat. But this thing goes crazy. This huge Camaro. Now when I say huge, it's on big 30-something. What are these, like 32s that spin? Hey, spinners are low-key making a comeback, man. And we got another GT500 right here in green. I really like that color. We got a C8R Stingray. These things look really good. The only thing I wish you could get on the Stingray, or if they had like a Grand Sport, is that wide body kit that comes on the Z06, because it's absolutely crazy. Now I think I got mostly everything that's over here, but I mean, I believe there was more cars here last year than it was this year. And the only reason I think that is because it was raining. Like when I tell you guys it was raining earlier, it was coming down. But this meet goes until 7 p.m. I'm probably gonna stay till at least 6 or 6:30-ish. And this might be a little long of a video, hey, but if you're still watching, bro, make sure you drop a like, make sure you hit that subscribe button, bro. It would really help me out. We got my 2 favorite Accords right here. These things go absolutely crazy. And one of them even has spinners on it. The interiors on these cars are even crazier. When I go up to this green one, you guys are gonna see. The interior on this red one, like I show you guys in most videos, is absolutely crazy. And then we got the Rolls Royce with the doors open. Just look in the back of this thing with the tables. This interior goes absolutely crazy, this tan interior. And then we got another new 7 Series. Now I don't know if this is the 7 Series with the screen in the back, but I hate the grills on every new BMW. These grills are getting bigger and bigger by the year, and I honestly have no clue who the hell at BMW is designing these things, but the grills look absolutely ridiculous. Now this is a 760i, so it may have the screen, I don't really know, but whoever's designing those grills at BMW, bro, they need to be let go. That's the only bad thing about this car, is the grills. And then we got a couple of Porsches over here. Now this is, I think both of these are GT4 RSs, and you know me, my favorite one is this blue one right here. This wing goes absolutely crazy on the back. It's gooseneck carbon fiber wing. Now these things are probably somewhere well into the 150 $1,000 range, but they look absolutely sick, especially with these louvers in the front. Now, I like the blue one, but this green is really starting to grow on me right here. This green goes absolutely crazy. This is definitely something rare. The Shelby GLHS, there's two of them. I've never think I've seen one of these cars, and I didn't know Shelby really worked with Dodge. But the more that you watch Donut or something like that, you realize that Shelby works with Dodge a lot. And this is one of their turbo cars. That thing looks great. But for the most part, guys, I think I got most